Hey, good morning. It's Marissa from the Servants at Homestead. I am just gonna do a quick little early spring garden tour. This is my bedhead and pajama walk in the morning to check on the garden, and thought I'd bring you with me. All right, so this is kind of the grand view of our backyard. This is right where we walk out from our back door onto our deck. So I'm just gonna kind of take you for a walk around. All right, so first grow box, I've got some baby romaine lettuce. I planted that as seed inside. It was looking pretty sad inside, and so I brought it out, and it's banging. So I'm really happy with the way that is looking and going. And so once I plant, we mulch with straw from Tractor Supply. I will put the link down below. It does have some like grass seeds or straw seeds in it, but they're really easy to pull out, and most of them have been sifted out and they don't germinate. So we have not had a weed problem using that as our weed suppression. Here, you can see one right here. So set the coffee down and boop, done. So they come out really easily. All right, this is a venison for dinner. Hoe your own row. And Sif Ceramics is the artist that produces these. All right, this is our onion bed. These are onions that were planted from onion sets, which are, if you don't know, they're like teeny tiny little baby onions, and you plant them and then they start growing, and then they grow into much bigger onions. So they're doing really well. And then behind that are some shell peas. We are hoping to make our own kind of blended frozen veggie mix this year, so that is why we have quite a bit of peas going. So more peas. And then carrots. These are yellow and purple carrots that we are growing, and we do have some orange carrots in another bed. And then I have my tomatoes. And actually yesterday, my little one and I we have found some more onion sets that we had, and so we added some onion sets in between all of our tomatoes. And I'm going to also interplant some basil, but I did some research and I found that onions are a good companion plant for tomatoes, and they help kind of keep pests away. So down on the inside under our cattle panel trellis, we have our cucumber crop for the year. So these are silver slicers, and we have not grown those before. So that is a new one for us, but my kids love cucumbers, so hopefully that makes everybody really happy. These ones are English cucumbers and pickling cucumbers. So those ones have been slow to come up, but they are coming, and I see a couple more that are peeking through. And then these ones are cucamelons. So I was worried about those ones. We planted them kind of deep because I had little fingers help, and so sometimes you have to take some losses with that. All right, so this is a beanpole tent. I need to get that planted actually, but that'll happen soon. Compost. So this one's pretty much done, and it's done being hot, and so it's growing some volunteers in it right now. So I need to fix that. This is our current working bin. We had pretty strong winds last week, so one of our trees lost a bird's nest. We were thankful that we did not find any broken eggs or dead baby birds. So I'm hoping that Mama was done using this nest. But it was a good learning experience for our girls because they got to kind of look and see what the birds do to have a home and a place to have their babies. All right. Someone's doing some mowing. This is my hardneck garlic. It's doing really well. Not as much of it came up as I planted. We do have pretty prolific squirrel issue here. I don't know if it's an issue. They're here. So in the empty space where no garlic came up, I planted some baby spinach and some arugula. The arugula probably needs to be thinned out a little bit. They're building a house down the street. That's what that noise is, if you can hear it. So sorry. These are our sugar snap peas. And then these are our orange carrots. This is the new hole that Mr. Man dug this year. He's our resident groundhog. I think he might be gone. I'm hopeful that he's gone. Please be gone. He hasn't eaten last year. Well, I think he did munch on these peas on the end. But last year he ate a lot of my carrot starts and a bunch of other stuff. All right, so this is a bed in progress. We definitely took some of the weed. We got some of the weeding done the other day, but it was vicious. So it all looked like this part right here. So this is our blueberry, one of our blueberry bushes, and then there's these like wild strawberries. They don't produce any fruit. I don't exactly know what they're called, but I experimented with some last year to see if they would fruit, and they did not. So they are getting pulled. This is my lavender. I waited too long to cut it back, so I don't know what it's going to do this year. It does have, like, it's alive because that's there, but it needs some love. Another blueberry bush. And then this is our growing raspberry patch. So we planted 4 stalks that were transplanted from our neighbor's yard last year, and only 2 of them made it through. But we did get a lot of little babies kind of shooting off. So raspberries do spread really well. And so this bed looked like that horrible part of that bed over there the other day, and I went all in on it and got us looking to a normal bed. Hopefully this kind of helps keep the raspberries contained and kind of keeps the neighbors' overgrowth out of our area. That's why I didn't just use the fence as a natural backing, and I put another row of pavers back there. Alrighty, and then this is our apple tree. These are Cortland apples. The blooms are really beautiful. We will need to thin it out, but you get like a beautiful little pink color. I love it, love it, love it, love it. It's our crabapple tree. It's probably not going to set blossoms this year. It goes every other year. And then our neighbor has this beautiful giant lilac bush, so we will be making some lilac lemonade and probably some lilac jelly. And we need to fix our fence, but lumber prices are ridiculous. This is the fire pit I built this year that we used to boil our maple syrup. Last night we had some s'mores for dessert. This is some excavating. There's our goose. Tire swing we found at the beach. Motorcycle tire. The lineup of wheels. And kind of a view from the other side of our garden. All right, hopefully next time I see you, our garden beds will all be full, and this will be even more prolific garden tour. Maybe some harvest too. All right, thanks for joining me this morning. Hoe your own row.